In a cozy little hive nestled high in the branches of a giant oak tree, there lived a very special, and very nervous, little bee named Bella. Bella was the sweetest bee in the whole hive. She loved making honey, she loved her friends, and she loved dancing her little waggle dance. But there was one thing that made Bella freeze up completely. Flowers. Cherry blossom. The moment Bella spotted a petal, even a tiny daisy, she would zip back home so fast her wings turned into a blur. Nobody quite understood why, but Bella had been scared of flowers for as long as she could remember. Her best friend Benny would always try to help. "Come on, Bella. They won't hurt you," he'd buzz cheerfully. But Bella would just shake her tiny striped tummy and hide behind the honeycomb. "Maybe tomorrow," she'd whisper. But then, the cold came early. A long, gray winter crept over the forest, and when it finally left, the hive's honey stores were completely empty. The whole colony was weak and hungry. Queen Bee called an emergency meeting. "We need nectar, now," the queen announced, her tiny crown trembling. "Every able bee must fly to the wildflower meadow at once." The crowd buzzed with worry. Every bee prepared to go. But Bella stood frozen, her wings pinned to her sides. Then disaster struck. A sudden rainstorm scattered every bee back to the hive, except Benny, who had twisted his wing in the storm. "I can't fly, Bella," Benny said softly. "You're the only one healthy enough to go. The hive is counting on you." Bella's heart hammered in her little chest. She looked at Benny's hurt wing. She looked at the tired, hungry faces of her family. She took one shaky breath and stepped outside into the clearing. The wildflower path stretched out before her, bursting with bright petals of every color. Bella's knees wobbled. Her antennae drooped. "I'm scared," she admitted out loud. "But my family needs me more than I need to be safe." She reached out one tiny trembling leg and touched a soft yellow petal. Nothing bad happened. In fact, it smelled absolutely wonderful. Bella blinked in amazement. The flower was gentle, warm, and full of sweet, golden nectar. Something clicked inside Bella's heart. She dove into flower after flower after flower, buzzing with more energy than she'd ever felt. She filled every pollen basket on her legs until they were overflowing with golden nectar. When Bella returned to the hive, every bee gasped. She had brought back more nectar than 3 bees could carry. The queen rushed forward, eyes wide. "Bella, you did this? All of this? By yourself?" Bella gave a small, proud smile. Benny hobbled over and wrapped his good wing around her. "I knew you could do it," he buzzed warmly. The whole hive erupted in cheers. And as the honey began to fill the combs once more, Bella realized something beautiful: her greatest fear had become her greatest gift. From that day on, Bella became the hive's most adventurous forager, and the flowers? Well, they became her very best friends. Because sometimes, the things that scare us most are simply the things we haven't been brave enough to understand yet. Honeybee Yellow Heart Cherry Blossom.